Oklahoma is moving up in the ranks of bicycle-friendly states, jumping 8 spots from our 43rd national ranking last year to 35th this year. So what's changing the way Oklahomans think about and use bicycles? In many cases, it's a desire to live a healthier lifestyle. And for some, it's an alternative way to get to work that doesn't ding the wallet every time the price of gas goes up.
Whether you're young or old, like to ride fast or slow and steady, bicycle riding is growing in popularity across Oklahoma.
I just think if you get out and try it, you'll be hooked and won't want to do anything. It's not like exercise to me. I get on my bike and it's like sailing or skiing, and just great. Great to be out in the air.
Diane Miller and her daughter Courtney prefer riding on designated bike trails. She isn't a fan of taking to the streets or highways on 2 wheels.
There's not really an extra space on the road, so the cars come and there's not extra room for the biker.
Oklahoma does have a law calling on motorists to give cyclists on the road at least 3 feet of space when passing. That law, combined with bicycle education for police, a statewide Share the Road campaign, and the presence of an active state advocacy group for cyclists, has Oklahoma moving up from its one-time ranking as one of the least bicycle-friendly states. Bicycle advocate and cycle store owner Adam Vanderberg says many communities across the state have become much more bicycle-friendly in the past 2 decades.
The northeast part of the state is probably, carrying that flag, in Tulsa metro area. We have a really good bicycling community. Road community is very, very strong. Recreational community is very strong. But, Oklahoma City, Edmond area, and Norman, those areas are, also very active.
There are also more people trading their cars for bikes, at least part-time, to get to work. Jeff Keith totally embraces the bicycle as a lifestyle.
It's the healthiest addiction I can think of.
Cycling is his preferred mode of transportation. He rides for pleasure, and as often as he can, he commutes by bicycle.
The trails work wonderfully for commuters, but there are also plenty of roads throughout the city that are accessible. It also uses the full floater concept.
Keith also works in a bicycle shop, sharing a statistic he finds fascinating. Most people can commute to work on a bike in about the same amount of time it takes to drive a car.
Statistically speaking, as a nation as a whole, most folks do actually live close enough to their place of business, in most metropolitan areas anyway, that they can oftentimes come very close to, if not beating their time when it comes to traffic and congestion.
I don't think of riding here in Tulsa to work because there's not that many trails on the roads. They have nice trails off roads.
The trails on the road Miller is referring to are bike lanes. And it's true Oklahoma's urban areas don't have a lot of bike lanes. But Keith says bicycle commuters can often use bike trails as corridors to get around town, then surface streets when they get closer to work. But to make Oklahoma truly bicycle-friendly, Vanderberg says cyclists need to be able to share the streets with motorists. The creation of bike lanes in town is up to each individual community. However, the State Department of Transportation says it's already in the middle of a program to make highways more bicycle-friendly. Tim Gatz is with ODOT.
We have the interstates, the U.S. numbered routes, the state highway numbered routes. So if you look at those facilities, we have a very aggressive shouldering program going on right now across the state, and we've got over 3,000 miles of 2-lane highway across the state of Oklahoma that doesn't have shoulders on it. One of the best safety improvements that you can do, not only for vehicles but for bicyclists, is to add those shoulders to those facilities.
Shoulders have already been added along the edge of 600 miles of Oklahoma's 2-lane highways, which makes it much easier for bicycles and motorists to share the road.